What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled Get Off the Internet and Live. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to say, get outside and play. Get out the house and go play. And now it seems like you got to tell adults the same thing. Get outside the house and go play. Get off the internet and live. And the reason I'm saying that is because you can get addicted to being entertained through your phone or on your computer or on a television. Video games. Because everything is at the touch of a button. To the point that you forget to live a real life, right? You could date online, and so you don't have to get accepted or rejected in real life. You could, somebody really likes me, but you don't really have to meet them in person. And this becomes problematic because when it comes to actually doing things, this is one of the reasons why most people are out of shape, because they don't want to be around. They don't want to be out in the world moving around. I live in the South. It's summertime. People always say it's hot. It's hot. Well, here's the problem that people don't want to say. It could be hot July, August, September, right? From October to June, why you not outside? Ain't got an answer for that? Because you lazy. Why you not living then? And then, so get outside and live. Like I'm a person who I'm a low key guy. I don't really plan things out per se, unless I'm going like on a date or something like that. But I just get out and do something. I've said it before. I might just get out. I don't like bowling, but I go play laser tag. I go karting. My miniature golf. Batting cages. I ain't done that in a while though. I just go to go to different spots, different bars, lounges. As you get older, you don't really go to clubs. Like last night, took my friend to a wine bar, live band, music, stuff like that. We had a good time, great conversation, right? Good atmosphere. Guys had to G-check me on the way out. Boy, open that door for that woman. And I was like, hey. He said, you caught you slipping. That was hilarious. I started laughing. They started laughing. It was fun. But you getting out there, you interacting with other people, And I was like, yeah, God damn it. I knew I forgot something. Too busy talking, right? And the thing about it is, a lot of people don't live. And, these are telltale signs you're not living is because, like when I'm online, right? Y'all notice I wear pretty much the same clothes. That's the clothes I lounge around in. Like when I'm at home, I take a shower, I chill out. These are not the clothes that I work out in. It's not the clothes I work in. It's not the clothes that I go out in for the most part. Every now and then, y'all might see something like, kind of look like you dressed up. That's because I'm making a video before I leave. But if you look in your closet and, or all the clothes you wear are the clothes that you just chilling in, then I mean you're chilling too much. If you don't even know how to put an outfit together because you haven't wore your clothes to go out in so long, you got a problem. You're not living enough. If you don't have any good stories to tell, anything to laugh about with other people, that means you don't have stories to tell because you're not living. Even when people go on vacation, they go on vacation to sit down and chill and they don't really do anything, right? You go out, and some people, you go out of the country to ride on an ATV. You could do that here. You go out of the country to zip line. You could do that here. You could go out of the country to skydive. You could do that here. But you're not living. in real time. Part of the reason why people are socially awkward and socially inept is because you on a computer living, and you're living vicariously through other people living, because people are now living, putting their lives online so people could view their lives, because people aren't living their own. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just gotta get out there and go do stuff. You know what happened to basketball on Saturdays, or Saturdays and Sundays, or some people play tennis. I know a few of my friends big into tennis, and that's what they do for fun. Some of the guys I work with big into golf. They go golfing all the time. That's what they do for fun. My uncle, he's a movie buff. He goes to the movie and watch movies every week, and he watched the same movie like 2 or 3 times because he always falls asleep in the movie, so he never catches the whole movie, so he has to see it 2 or 3 times and piece together the parts he fell asleep on. He's been doing that ever since I was a kid, right? I said, man, that was a great movie, man. Oh, God damn. It was good, wasn't it? It was so good. Oh, man. We always laugh at him, but this is his thing, And a lot of times, me personally, I do other things, and this is a hobby for me. Like I said, I work out a lot. I do gardening and whatnot. Do music. Y'all know I wrote a book because I always plug it or whatever. But when people don't have enough time, like I've worked myself to a time management schedule where I set aside time to do the things that I need to do and want to do, and so I can fit in other things to just go do, right? But people who don't realize my time is valuable. They'll call me at any time. What you doing? I'm busy, goddamn it. Like I'm not just sitting around waiting on everybody to call me. I'm doing shit. And I noticed this because every now and then I will have people who think I'm doing nothing, and they may be in close quarters with me for a little while, and they can't keep up. And then I start looking at, okay, what do you do on a regular basis? And it's a lot of chilling. Oh, I'm working so hard. Oh, I work so hard. You've been sitting on the couch for the last 4 hours after you got off work because I work so hard. No. Get off of the internet and go do something. Wine. I don't care if you wine and sip with your girlfriends, or go to the gun range. I do that too, But y'all gotta understand that's an expensive habit too. It's like golf, man. Bullets ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? But this is the like adults, and I talked about it with kids not being outside. When I go around, they don't be at the park. They don't do anything, right? But it's the same thing with the adults. You see the adults, they don't do anything either. And I think that's problematic, because how are your kids going to know how to interact with people if you don't know how to interact with people? How are your kids going to know to go and have fun if you don't go and have fun? And sometimes you got to redefine what fun is. Like, a good conversation is fun. I will say that. Like, getting on these panels sometimes is really fun. But I'm not going to sit on a panel every day of my life and talk on the internet on panels every day of my life, and then when that's over with, just go to bed. No. Like, no. You waited your whole life to say you was grown, and when you grown, you're going to do whatever you want, and now that you're grown, you're doing nothing with the time that you said you was going to do all the grown-up stuff that you wanted to do when you was a kid. It makes no sense to me. Get off the internet and live a little bit. And if you can't do that, what are you living for? Because that's got to be the question. Like, you don't have a passion for anything. Like, you can't even learn how to paint. Like, I've done a lot of different things, to be perfectly honest. just to try, because life is short. Like, just to say I tried something, I did something, you know, and you got to get out the house and try something, just to try something and do something, right? It makes absolutely no sense to live a life on the couch, on the internet. No, no, live a real life. Make your life full. Like, I was clowning. I sent my Let me see if I can show you this. So I was clowning with my older cousin last night when I was out, and I was like, man, I'm at the spot, man, that you took me to, and it's dope. And this fool sent me. He said, hold up. And now this was his response. He said, yeah, I'm here. You see that? He is always a stickler for going out and enjoying himself, and I'm sure he probably with his son. So that's a great experience. Same thing when I was in Vegas and this, that, and the third. I was we clown like that. When I went to see Eddie Griffin, I was like, dog. And he's like, yeah, man, I went to such and such and such. Go live a little bit. Peace. Oh, like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.